How y'all doing?
Woo!
Hey! I'm excited to see all of you in this room tonight. It's already been a lovely evening and we are just getting started with the actual mic part of this. For those not yet been here, which are a few of you, you have. The two of you, I know Mike, you've not yet been here. We'll have our featured poet start the night. We'll do a break. We'll do an open mic. We'll bring our featured poet back up to close the night. If you've been to poetry shows, I know you have. The more energy you bring, the more energy the poet can bring you back. So support that poet. Yeah, bring your snaps, bring your claps, and vocalize as long as you're not taking away from the performance. Support, but don't bring the attention entirely to you. So our featured poet tonight, I met here in this very room and have been impressed with every time I've seen you. I'm excited to get to hear a full feature from you. One of the things that I really like about Kylie's poetry, your performance of your poetry especially, is how you intentionally play with cadence. There's just so much variety, intentional variety that just like is really cool to listen to. I think you'll see what I mean as we go through here, but we'll get two sets of our feature. We're starting the night off. Please welcome to the mic, Smiley Kylie!
Hi, I'm Smiley Kylie.
Woo!
I know some familiar faces in here, but it's really great to be able to be here with you guys tonight. I'm so honored for the opportunity to share my poetry with you guys. I truly, really appreciate everyone in this room, and I'm so excited for the open mic as well. Before I get started, I have a little PSA. This month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and for us as poets, a lot of us know how mental health goes. So I really want to implore you guys to check on your strong friends, reach out to support if you need it. 988 is the National Crisis Hotline, and if you need to reach out, please do. That's simple as that. But I'm going to read you guys, on the note of mental health, I'm going to read you guys a trilogy of mine. It's called the Clanks and Rattles trilogy. It's kind of my baby, so I am very excited to share this with you guys. Alright. Did it ever get better, or did I just get quieter with it? They're telling me to keep being a fighter with it. This life, a never-ending hellscape, I'm wired in it. Just keep going, keep pushing, but I'm so tired in it. I mean, you haven't felt the way my heart has shattered. You don't understand what it's like to constantly be scattered from everything that mattered. And yes, my heart is tattered, bruised and scarred and battered hard, but never too broken to be a raging bard. We live on empty promises and promises we made running on empty. We have all of these in bulk, we've got plenty. Don't get excited, they're nothing to envy. They're what keep us going when life gets too heavy. These declarations are like a loving guilt trip medley to keep you from getting lost in your thoughts when they're too deadly. I know you think your time has come and that you're ready, but I promise you're meant to be here. Hold on to me, I'm steady. Ish. They just don't know the struggles that we go through. We see life in different ways, so far from how they do. Yes, it can be colorful and unique, but I promise it's nothing to seek. I spend days slaying paranoia while just trying to speak. I mask my agony so you don't perceive me as weak. How else would I be able to pick up when you're acting odd? I can idealize you until you're a god. Here is your halo, please wear it with pride. I know it's as beautiful as your heart's inside. If my voice is a sound, let it be a love song. I want you to feel good when I'm around. And I've found my exhaustion abstains as long as everyone around me is safe and sound. But those halos, I give them out far too often. I seem to think that their hearts will soften, and how the halo clanks and rattles when it hits the ground. I don't know how many more times I can take that sound. Oh, that sound, how it hounds. Will I ever be found in this anxiety mound? Because nothing feels right and no one's around. My face goes numb and all I can do is feel my heart pound. And it's all your fault. Because I'm always so bubbly until I'm not. My temper is just so lovely until it spikes hot. Flying is easy when you have wings until they get caught, until I rot. You're not fooling them. You can't fake them. Your wings are still dripping with the cement you poured to make them. And yes, some of us burn men while others create them. But purgatory is something we all want to wake from. The hellish infection spares you just so it can overtake them. Don't you see our demons are inside us? There's no way to escape them. Trust me, I've tried. But their cackles and screams all will follow me in my dreams, and it seems to correlate to the same overarching theme. I think your self-destruction is my instruction to push myself past my ability to function. There's no harm reduction, not here. 2 drowning people just create more waves, and in case you haven't noticed, the flood is near. Not too long before we lose everything we hold dear. There's no time for fear, and all I can think of is how the hell we all got here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So the second part to this trilogy is actually called Chameleon Gold. And to give you a little insight onto like what these poems really are speaking about is I have borderline personality disorder. And that is something that has a really negative connotation in our society, like because of mental health stigma and expectations around people that are mentally unwell. So this is kind of my whole like trilogy about that. So I hope you guys find some sort of relatability in it, even if you don't have borderline. This is Chameleon Gold. I walk through a tunnel of trauma and despair, balancing an infinite stack of halos in my hands with care. As the music fades and the silence metastasizes, all I can hear is my pulse as my anxiety rises, because the angels have fallen, the heavens are empty, and this stack of halos is starting to get heavy. Always accompanied by painstaking memories coming in flashes, the memories I focus too hard on trying to forget, and all of their gashes of everything I've built and everything I've lost, now just ashes. So after a few too many steps with such weight, this finality I think actually arrived late, my arms numb and aching, finally let go, my body shaking. Just trying to hold my bones and flesh together, gold and cement weren't supposed to be tethered forever. My heartbeat slowed. My vision went dark because I thought that this was the hardest part, so I braced for the clanks. I winced for the rattles. But it turns out this was just the beginning of the battle, because this time, instead of metallic ringing through the air, they disintegrated into a gray dust. Nothing left as I stare. Just a pile of rubble with glints of gold. I never knew the world could be this hold. My heart sank, my ego died, and to be frank, they all fucking lied. Even casting cement halos in gold doesn't keep them everlasting. It doesn't stop them from breaking and cracking from everyone's heart who seems to be lacking. I long for kindergarten Valentine's exchanges. We were all laughing. They say the only way out is to stop backtracking. But I didn't think there'd be this much pain and crashing. All this rehashing from the flashing of memories like lashings. So much masking. Take me out of here. Erase my name from this chapter. There's nothing left for you to capture. I've been muted, looted, booted, persecuted, told I'm deluded. Everything I say is refuted. And maybe this is getting a little convoluted, but let it remain undisputed. When I scream I did not cause this mess, you did. But nobody else here is gonna sweep up the dust. And I chose gold after being told it would never rust. And what I never saw coming leaves my heartstrings strumming a tune of deep sorrow and deep regret for the time I can't get back and the memories I can't forget. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've been giving out halos since I was old enough to remember. And it's time to take it all apart, to dismember this entire system I've created. Deconstruct it for peace. I'm emaciated from carrying these halos stacked up like crowns. The chameleon gold encasing heavy cement all around. It was never a circle, it was always a cycle. It's not a loop, it's a downward spiral. And I'm done sitting in idle. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then the last part to this trilogy, which is called Curved Returning Stick. And a little background on that, my name Kylie in certain languages means boomerang. So, you throw me and I just come back harder. Sorry. Alright. I screamed, and not even a damn echo came back for a kiss. Whether not for a cry or a desperate wish, some boomerangs never come back. Not even if you have an infinite stack. These sorry eyes had never discovered my worst nightmare awake. The one that left my face feeling fake, making knuckles white on the wheel start to ache, lump growing in my throat with every breath I'd take. The fear I wouldn't even speak aloud, because manifestation comes in a crowd. When I had nothing else, the rage kept my heart going, fueling at every fiber of what was keeping me from growing. It wasn't that you didn't show up, it was where you were. Time to grow up, I'm sure. Conviction is a reality I can't resonate with. How do they not just whirlpool around like my crystal bracelet? Because by the time I get farthest away, I get petrified and decide to come back to stay. Left at rock bottom always has a trapdoor. Maybe I should evaluate what we're crashing for. And right when I thought I couldn't get any lower on that floor, I crashed through layers and layers of sulfur, and then some more. It ignites me, I incinerate, screaming at an empty sky. How funny a God must be in a world where you're built to die. Let me go. Let me go. How many times are you gonna say no? What do I have to do that will show the turbulence in my chest? I sin and shout. You always send me back, spinning out. I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry that when I just get close enough to make out the color of your eyes, the unbearable force pulls me back inside, centripetal. It's killing me, unfulfilling me, and now everyone's looking down the microscope, drilling me. Ask me why I'm such a boomerang. Tell them how everything came together for the Big Bang, and how it lined up so perfectly for me to be insane. And I know I've said it before, I swear that's the last hospital. Sometimes that shit's impossible. Striving every day to get off my deathbed, but you always came and went, misled. Purge everything inside me that's not letting me grow. Let my soul empty and my heart rate go slow. It's time to let go. So I did, and I sat up. Thank you. You guys want one more?
Yeah.
One more? Okay, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is a little bit of a political piece, if you know what I mean.
Let's go.
This is for creative purposes only. Okay. This is called Cards Against Humanity.
Ooh, okay.
The windows are boarded up. Kids, let's play Yahtzee. Let's roll the dice. Let's brew some coffee. Anything to distract from. Could you pass the sugar? The Nazis. I spy brutality occurring systematically. The right acts radically. Unwarranted casualties. This is the game where everyone will lose, as innocent people are forced to choose between unalienable rights or making it home safe at night. Comply or die. And many did both. This is why he said, remember your oath. And the whole world is watching while these fascist fucks have taken over. Checkmate. This shit's game over. Is this getting a little too taboo? Should I slow it down for you? Put it in slow motion to pick out the pieces of commotion. See it from every angle as officers and protesters' bodies start to tangle. Limbs under boots and guns to head. Point blank playing Twister with so many dead. This shit has me seething. Got me heavy in my breathing. Counting my breaths, trying to reclaim what regulation I have left. What are you all obsessed for? Agents of chaos coming door to door. When there are constitutional rights there is no respect for, what do we even connect for? You know, this operation just requires your cooperation, so watch with your wide eyes and utter disbelief, but don't blink, the news coverage is brief. All at the will of their commander-in-chief, so go. Hide in your glass house, let the windows shatter, because I promise I'd rather when you gluttonous fucks gather, bang, 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 let's play shoots and scatters. Thank you, and I'm going to step down, and I hope to hear a lot of you at the open mic.
How y'all doing? chance to hear Kylie a little bit later in the night. To kick off the open mic, please welcome up here our Lansing!
The first one I have for you guys tonight is one that has been hanging around for a hot minute, and I've actually never ever shared it with anybody ever, so you guys all get to be first.
Yeah.
It's called Calendar. What day is it? When I can't find my shoes? Guess they ran away without me. When this damn coffee cup lid won't stay put, and I'm Lady Macbeth running late screaming, "Get out!" When my umbrella is in the back seat, I curse the shoes and the weatherman. When I'm gonna bruise, thank you high heels for your betrayal. When I'm not who I was when the day began. A metamorphosis brought on by a change of clothes. When I wonder if I turned on the slow cooker or it's salmonella for dinner. When they ask me and I hear someone else's words but feel my lips move. When I keep lists because the days are the days and you can't survive without a manual. When, at home, I find the answer to my slow cooker question and my shoes at the bottom of the stairs. When the days are a repeated series of red X's that bleed like reruns on the TV, and I stare at the calendar searching for what day it is. I'm actually going to read two tonight. I'm going to bring you one that is brand hammer new. I finished it this afternoon.
All right.
I like to take things for a test drive here. It's fun.
Yeah.
This is called Observation. We created telescopes to build more intimate views, to point the lens at faraway objects, to pierce the light years, and map the topography of celestial bodies suspended in the nothing of millions of miles away. I feel the push against occipital bone. My fingers fumble telescopic rings in focal desperation. But even in your closest approach, you remain Venusian. I remain bound by gravity. Pencil drags along paper's edge. Lines of contour snake across the map, carefully carving the dips and peaks and elevation. I want to see you. But my circular view holds only a fraction of your extraterrestrial body. I want to see you. But the cosmos make jokes of light and time. You are beyond my purview. A snapshot of existence, of how light saw you when it first left. I cover the map. Fill it from edge to edge. Fill it with the hope that enough lines will draw us together. Yet no amount of planetary cartography can sew up the space between us. Somewhere between the lines, space continues widening. I trace until my hands remember how distance teaches light to travel, how it lets me see you. Edel?
Yeah. Excellent. Give it up one more time for our Lansing. I didn't say this, but I know most of you are regulars on this mic. With the exception of the next poet to the mic, please keep to 2 pieces or less. You can do things other than poetry too, but 2 poems or less. Our next poet is an exception because, I mean, one, he's one of our longest term regulars here, but that's not the reason. The reason is his poems are short as hell. He whips through 3 poems in the time most of us went through 1, so Ed gets a little bonus on the open mic. Please welcome to the mic, Ed Amann!
We'll try something a little different tonight.
All right.
2 to read, and 1's going to be sort of freestyle.
Okay.
The Emperor, the naked Emperor tweaks the law and the people fall in line. A few say he looks fine, most fail to speak, fearing loss of what little they have earned. A tiny few will call him out, remembering lessons learned. Look and see. Wrote a thing about the love you give. Makes no difference where you live. You say you heard it all before. Now I'm telling you once more. More folks are hurting every day. Please wake up before it slips away. We all live beneath the stars above. In the end, it's all about the love.
Yeah.
We all live beside the same old star. Doesn't matter who you are. We all share a single fragile place that holds the single human race. Look and see the beauty that is life. Now there isn't room for strife. See the spark of life in everyone. Wake up before it's all undone. Usually I write something on the spot, but I just kind of came up dry. But I will share a 72-year-old memory.
Oh, yeah.
Which you can figure how small I was 72 years ago. Dad was a treetop flyer. Bright yellow paper cup. Over the wood line, treetop high. Door curtains stayed open. Flying from the back seat to balance the tiny plane. But I remember that.
Yeah. All right. If you come back to the Rialto Theatre on May 23rd, you
do music.
You get to hear Ed doing some music.
Oh.
Please give it up for Ed Amann.
Got a few little reminder cards for the 23rd.
Yeah, there you go. If anybody would like a reminder card, we can put it right in your calendar right now. I think you're next on my list, but you heard who I'm calling because I don't have my list in front of me. Next to the mic, former feature here, longtime regular as well. Please welcome to the mic, TaJuan, sKai! Don't you lean.
Hi, I hope you all are doing well. This first poem I'm going to try to commit to memory.
Ooh.
Second poem, I will not be doing. This is the first poem in my chapbook, Case Study of a Lake Fire, and it's titled The Oil Spills Prophecy. Human enough. Despite oblivious to the oblivion and the strawberry epiphanies within these already too red episodes, bleeding into the next like the seeds of neglect and its invasive growth, uprooting family trees into cutting teeth on the secrets of absence, coddled and tossed in the circus of abuse, through the fire hoops of too tough love, in hopes to be cradled and christened anew. Son, enough. Omnipotence knows this life, lived as Lucifer's ruins, will river us into the only earthly reunion, being a briefly read obituary with someone in the form of obedient bedstand ashes to watch the perennial rituals of the bruises and the blood clots in the bloodline express itself as avant-garde suicide, lacing fentanyl into fantasy nights of white lines off white boy collarbones, backlit by trash bins piled with epiphany crimson tissue paper, cutting skin on the truths of desperation. And here is empathy. Put on plummeting into tombstone sun, into eternal loss and noise and noose and stillness, stalling the everlasting silence between sun and the stranger scarred. Father, enough. Omnipotence knows this life of nympho-numbing, this delicate destruction like a hurricane through church walls will lead all the children who long like cumulonimbus clouds for the catharsis of fatherly comfort that will never come. To begin dripping like oil spill, dropping dreams first inside us, without epiphany, without politics, only more neglect and pollution, yet omnipotence knows this life. But we are not so lucky. So here I am again, in the lullaby of my unraveling, spiraling into lake fire, a river reverence to feel spiritually close to you. Enough. Poem. Like all the poems in Lake Fire, and that poem is dedicated to my father. And speaking of my father, because of him, there's only two ways that I have viewed God. His way, which is God-fearing, and the way that I found later in my life, which is God-loving. And I think this poem, Drunken Mime / Artist Heartbroken, encapsulates both perspectives in their weird way. In my beginning, God was a bastard father, a drunken mime who I fucked around and fell in love with. Fearful of the skin-splitting silence we share, and what it means on this mountain I found myself. I want to reach into your box, your Berghain in the clouds, lock you in a room, reverse the psychosis, and turn you, Lord, into the performer. Mime my father threatening to run fists over my queerness. Mime his skyscraper screams over me not liking plastic wrapped cheese. Mime me pussy ass bitch, the words and his Hennessy breath. Then mime me your vision. Because even after all this time, I do not want to hear your voice. Only your reasoning for all these blisters, for crescent teeth. And what does it really mean to be a good son?
Yeah.
But then let's say God is a mother, a postmodern artist, heartbroken into billions. So best believe these bruises come from truer stories. Sorry for dreaming. It was all that we had. Said all the inner children underwater. For what? Sleepwalking. Powerlessness wears the red dress for all the wrong reasons. May we just take a breath, have a picnic in the stanza, salute the Lord in the anthill, scrape the indica off our fingernails, and sing a song of the light we lost without receipt. May we call this Tuesday. May we call this atonement. Thank you.
Yeah. Powerful. Give it up one more time for TaJuan, sKai. And for those of you new to the event, you can stand at the mic however you'd like. TaJuan leans because I don't put the mic high enough, and he's just that kind. He's like, fine, I'll come down here. And I'm like, no, I will make the mic work. But feel free to stand in whatever posture you would like. I just know that was on me, not on him. TaJuan's got a open mic that he has kicked off. You kicked off in Warren?
Warren is, yeah, the next one's going to be in Youngstown, yeah.
So if you're out that way or willing to drive out that way, please connect with TaJuan and learn about when the next one is. She can head out to that as well. Next up, we have another longtime regular here and another author of a book. Please welcome up to the mic, Stephen Pryce! Check out that hoodie, too.
Hello, everybody.
Hey!
I have two pieces to read tonight. They're both about recovery. One is a prose poetry piece, and one is a poem I was lucky enough to get published in the Blue Collar Review, which is a good publication.
Yeah.
If any of you are trying to do the same. But the first one is called Driver. I now drive individuals with disabilities to and from the day center. I am friendly with them. Most are nice in return. Some push back and yell when I am trying to help. Through college, I rode the bus to debate tournaments. Our coach drove us to Columbus and Chicago. He was the public relations person for the power company in town. Staring out the window, I had the strange feeling I would be driving too someday. I also rode the bus to the day treatment program for community mental health. It was after my stay in the psych ward. The bus driver always made sure we were buckled up and quiet so we could listen to the radio. Cars passed us on the highway as we went the speed limit. I didn't like to be seen. It was embarrassing. I wanted to be the driver instead. And this next piece is called Caregiver. My dad recently passed, and I wrote it before he did pass. I was kind of trying to prepare myself for the future, I guess you could say. But I'll just read it, and here we go. This is Caregiver. Sometimes I don't like what I have. I get jealous of what I had, what we wanted for me, both personally and professionally. You are my dad. Sometimes closed-minded and tough, you tried to prepare me for adulthood and reality. Always striving, I still became mad. Schizophrenia is so bad. I set aside my goals of a white-collar job and family. I just wanted to survive and be a success story. You couldn't understand the challenge, just the shame. Now I live a mile away from your large house. For my one-bedroom apartment, I walk over there to soon become your caregiver. Why does this feel like failure?
Great contributions for Mental Health Awareness Month. Please give it up for Steve Pryce. Next up to the open mic, we have a poet I met in Cleveland and then came here. And then we met each other out in Baltimore at a writers' conference. And now you're back. Please welcome up Diana Lueptow.
Thanks so much. I'm going to read two as well. They're fairly short, but this one is for the Edith Chase anthology and reading. If anybody, if you are familiar with that, it's taking place in Kent in about a week, and it's an environmental conference with a large poetry reading, which is really well represented. The theme this year is, I think it's called Nature in the City, so it's the conflation of nature and urban settings. So this poem has to do with the birds that wander into skyscrapers, especially in downtown Cleveland. And the title and the first line and a couple of lines in the middle are from the poem of the same name by Frank O'Hara. Sleeping on the Wing. Perhaps it is to avoid some great sadness, like that multiplied when we beg our fellows to walk city streets at daytime. A volunteer I met did this. Collecting the fallen birds, lured and confused overnight, that the lights that saturate our night, that we allow to illuminate the stars, shine so rapidly. Our questing and requesting never end. You relinquish all that you have made your own, the kingdom of yourself sailing, for you must awake to lures, confusion, the motion sensors, making a fool's game of nocturnal action. There was that man working rescue, some, and recovery. The golden hour passes quickly. More. We do come up with sad answers. I took a moonlight hike. I learned the art of looking away. And this poem it's a phrastic poem that responds to an artwork in the Youngstown Art Museum, Butler Museum of Art. And that artwork is Japanese-style ink painting with abstract, with just large blocks of black ink on a Japanese wove paper. Ink and stone. What resists? What absorbs? What? In wisps, splatters, ink splay, sea foam breaking from the great wave, the black volume that shapes, decals, and sins within a white river. Do not neglect your descendants. Storm spray loosed from the black wave, you see the overpowering sea flick. Tsunami seki, the warning stones. You see, by the third generation we forget. You must not build, you must not build, you must not build below this stone. Tsunami stones stand lookout for the reach of water, whose inundation should not be a surprise. Ink soaks the bright paper. You must round the mark, not hit it. Look for it. The paper trusts the whelming of ink. Is there a choice? Some trust the wisdom of stone, though it's not the stone that remarks. The helm must know the marker, the future. Do not betray your descendants. Thanks.
Excellent. Let's give it up one more time for Diana Lueptow. You know you are a really damn good friend when you got a friend who is featuring across borders of states and you come anyway and show up. Please welcome to the mic, Issa!
Howdy y'all.
Hi!
Hello. I'm here visiting my friend Kylie. She blew me away. I'm not gonna top it, but I'm not here to top it. So this one is, let me get it. Pause. Okay, this one's called They Used to Think That Magnets Had Souls. It's about my ex, fuck that guy. He's in prison, so he's from Kenmore, so stomping ground's gonna talk shit about him. Okay, alright. They used to think that magnets had souls, the same way I believed you did. Movement was a key definer of the living, and you moved. Oh, you moved, and you fooled us all. You spoke in manic delusions, ghosts would haunt you, which was a sign of your destiny. You had dreams you will never accomplish if I have anything to do with it. You will remain soulless because you snatched away ours. How many of us were there? Victims, trigger warnings. Sorry, trigger warnings for sexual assault. But how many of us were there? Victims of your hollow heart. They used to think magnets had souls, and I'd sooner sleep next to a cold, dead hunk of iron than to look into your cold, dead eyes. My hands were bruised from punching the steering wheel that night. I found the evidence. My voice was weak from screaming curses on your household. My hate for you is stronger than Earth's magnetic field. Compasses spin recklessly on their bearings when you're near. They used to think magnets had souls, and this just proves how wrong humans can be about things. Believing what we want because it's easiest. I took a chance on you, and being who you were, you sliced me open from navel to throat. Can you feel my sticky, hot blood on your hands? How about the blood of the minors you violated? Kids, children, you didn't learn your lesson the first time, and I hope you die in prison, you pile of shit. Oh, they used to believe that magnets had souls, and I would rather fling myself off the Golden Gate Bridge than to ever utter your name under my breath. You're sick. I know this. I knew this, but not to what extent. I didn't realize how deep the stream of radioactive waste ran to your core. Deep, deep down, you are a predator, lurking in the veil of night. You deserve pitchforks and torches and have women screaming when they see you. You deserve a life full of sorrow, if even a life at all. I hope you die with the fingers of women's hands wrapped around your throat. They used to believe that magnets had souls, but at least a magnet never pretended to be human. Let me see. I have one more. I'm sorry.
No,
Apologize.
Okay.
all good.
Okay. Oh yes, I know which one. Wait. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. This one's a little lighthearted. It's about a different ex. Different ex here. It's fine.
I love you.
Okay. Okay. Cooter rain dry today. I sit and cry and pray, Lord, take me away. My lover hasn't called and it's damn near May. Don't need him, nope. Swallow my pain in a bottle of hope. People pleasing's got me by the throat. Was that really all she wrote? April showers, are they planting my flowers? Do they count every hour my spit turns sour? Turn off the spigot, babe. You're draining my power all away. The drinks keep flowing and I keep pouring. The memories of me blowing. The candles, it's all in slow motion. Quick, I need a love potion. Laid up with my new piece. I didn't know I could know peace. You're fading away, be gone by solstice. Love and light and all that bullshit. I hope you know you won't be missed. Go ahead, write that disc.
Hey.
So I'll stay by the front door waiting for that day you come clanging around the corner in your Benz. I hope we don't even remain friends. Because what you did to my brain, the neglect, the apathy, the pain, it eroded me, made me insane. Honey, you extinguished our flame, cut you off at the joint. Are you even seeing my point? I'm better without you. My flowers, they're already in bloom. Good riddance, good day. Yeah, I'll make it to May. And I'll sit and lay in a garden with my new bae.
So for coming in from Pennsylvania, for being away from all of the X's in those poems, and for delivering some great poetry, give it up one more time for Issa! So glad you're here. The list, I should bring the list up, and I'm like, no, I got it. And then I get up here and I'm like, oh yeah, so who was I calling next? That's who I'm calling next. Please welcome to the mic, another regular here. Please welcome Sara Jane.
This is called Ode to the Worker Bee.
All right.
I met you in the amber of someone else's morning. Drunk on pollen and good conversation. The things we do for work. Nothing's changed. You buzz around like gossip and I check the news. See where honey's on sale. My bumbling love. I give you my hive if only you'd ask. In return, let me be your shadow box. Let me hold you in the servitude of tiny echoes. My voice in your ear devoted. I think to apologize seasonally. When the weather breaks and the bees have stinging to do. That's not your thing. Gentle as birth. Oh, to be your animal. I meant to call, but lost myself in jealousy and desire to cause a ruckus. I've learned to stop starting problems in an effort to offload regret. Instead, I will teach the colony the song of our suffering, the sweet music of two mouths, sticky and gold, the bowing of heads acknowledging what we've done and what we'll never do again. Silly one.
All right.
This poem is called Eve 6 is on Twitter and I have found my new gospel. Okay. Eve 6 is on Twitter and I have found my new gospel. And my God has orange hair like Hades on fire. My God is 90s slim. Skinny prayer from the smallest Bible. Baptize me in bleach and call it an acid wash. Call me an altar boy. Dress me in flannel and give me a new name. Once you asked what the word for Warped Tour is in Latin, and I laughed until I realized the deities are forgetful too. Once I saw you sip communion wine on a weeknight when you thought no one was looking. And I am as fallible as anyone worth confessing to, so pour me a glass and take me to church one last time before the rapture. Pull me from the depths of your song so I might remember the sound of a choir and an organ fighting for space in the pews, calling the congregation to its feet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Give it up for Sara Jane. So next up to the mic, we met in Cleveland and then saw each other again at a different poetry event in Cleveland and saw each other again at a different poetry event in Cleveland. But it's first time down here, so please welcome for the first performance on this stage, Mike Sladewski!
Hello.
Hey.
This is called I Want to Love Even When I'm on Fire and the World is Upside Down.
Okay.
I want to hear the melody of the mundane, to see hope and feel love, but none of that fake shit. Show me a dinosaur you picked up thinking of me. Show me someone washing salt out of a stranger's eyes, the salt that can't be washed by ice. I want to hear your weird stories, like that time you went to a diner at 3 a.m, seeing a table of strangers dressed as T-Rex, double checking to make sure I didn't eat the wrong gummies. I want to hear the depth of your voice. Show me the dirt of life, the water in the tears. Create beautiful mud castle from your stories of dirt. I want to hear your raw voice, not that mask you cover up with. I want to feel that moment you felt. Don't give me sparkles when it's already glowing. I want you to be soft and always be loud, feeling visible and understood. Our present is valuable. I want you to be political, voice out the unjust, be loud, be angry, be organized, mobilize. I want you not to forget. Don't forget what chaos they brought, the evil they added to our community, the waste they added to our water, the toxic they added to our air. Don't forget we can still see. Don't forget we still remember. Remember to tell them, TikTok motherfuckers, time's up. This one doesn't have a title yet. Dear big-hearted goober, you're okay. Your late-state capitalist coping is valid. Your isolation with desire for socialization is valid. Dear big-hearted goober, the world is on fire. How are you? The world seems so hollow of greed. Did you drink water today? The world is entering a new world war while we deal with a civil war. How was that walk you went on? Dear big-hearted goober, give yourself kindness like you give others who are trapped in madness. Give yourself credit of being here as your loved ones show you. Give yourself eyes to see what others see that you keep closed. Oh, right.
Mike, I'm going to ask you this because I think I remember somewhat the answer. How long have you been writing poetry now?
September of last year.
Yeah. Give it up one more time for Mike Sladewski. It is never too late to start, y'all. Appreciate you. Next up to the open mic, another longtime regular here now at this point. Please welcome Paula Maggio!
So this is one poem, and it's personal and political because the personal is political.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a student at Kent State in 1970 when 4 students were murdered and 9 were injured. And this is about that day, and this is about that day this week. At Kent State on May 4th, 56 years later. That year at Kent State, it was the same, but not the same. Cloudless sky, drifting blue, sun shining golden, trees bursting green, breezes whispering spring, nature healing, calming, feeling like peace, feeling like shelter, feeling like safety, nature signaling freedom as we protested an expanding war on a Monday, the 4th of May. That day at Kent State, it was the same, but not the same. So many signs that there was no safety. Soldiers 1,000 strong, generals, tanks, jeeps, guns, bayonets, bullets, megaphones, threats, tear gas. Students young, fresh, feeling confused, feeling betrayed, feeling frightened. Students wanting freedom as we protested an expanding war on a Monday, the 4th of May. This year at Kent State, it was the same, but not the same. Cloudless sky, still drifting blue, sun still shining golden, trees still bursting green, nature, breezes still whispering spring, nature still shining peace on survivors, older, worn, feeling grief, feeling disappointment, feeling exhaustion. That despite no soldiers or tanks or tear gas in sight, survivors knowing freedom and safety are denied us as we still protest an expanding war on a Monday, the 4th of May, 56 years later.
Yeah. Check the list, adjust the mic. So many things to do.
Do your job.
Do my job. Come on, Keith. How y'all doing? Bring cookies. There's a checklist. Like, all this or go home, Keith. How y'all feeling?
Good.
Is there anyone out there who has not yet been to the mic that wanted to come up?
Nope.
Okay. Then last to the open mic, please welcome me. So, if I don't have something new, and I don't have anything new this month, I tend not to think of it till I'm driving up here, and then I'm like, oh, okay, what could I do? You know, what do I want to bring out? And so I thought of a couple pieces, like, okay, I'm going to do these, and then I get here and I'm like, no, maybe I'm going to do these instead. And then Kylie goes, and I'm like, oh no, maybe I'm going to do this instead. So I'm going to do one, I think, because it is Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm going to do one for that, and then, yeah, I guess we'll see what the other one ends up being. I'll give you more backstory, I guess, slightly after this one, but failed sales pitch. The best knife on the market, 8 inches of blade that can effortlessly slice a tomato or an asphalt shingle or a vein. It was the knife you'll think of every time you leave them alone. Every time you leave for work, hoping their depression, their misery can hold out until you return. It's the knife you'll hide, hoping they won't find it. Hoping they won't think of all the other alternatives impossible to hide, the way a plate could shatter into ceramic daggers, the way broken glass could tear through skin, the way a tool for carpentry could quickly become a tool for self-destruction. But your mind always returns to the knife, the easy-to-grip handle you continually imagine in their hands, the corrosion-resistant stainless steel you continually imagine stained. You can have the blade sharpened for free in case the wounds aren't yet deep enough. The forever guarantee is for your knife, not your child. Appreciate that. The knife is no longer hidden, so we have made progress from when that piece was written. Yeah.
Good. That's good.
It's not like, all clear and sunny skies, but there's really not that for any of us, But the fact that the knife is no longer hidden is certainly, and hasn't been for a couple of years now, is certainly a huge, feels much, much better. I think for this one, another thing, Kylie loves rhyming poems, and I have a lot of fun with rhyming poems too. I haven't written Smiley, so it's my favorite rhyming poem. It's the reason this became the thing, and it's a chance for audience interaction. So hell yeah, let's do this one. Some of you know. So the first line of this poem, I'm going to say "happy cows," and then anyone who wants to join in and is okay cursing or pausing for a second, replies with me, "Are you fucking nuts?" Okay? And then I'll keep going. Then you can also move. So the writing nights had these little individual slams. They were called them sword fights, little small SW, capital W. And you battled one-on-one. And and we had like one bigger one. There were like 8 of us. But Black Rain was one of the regulars at those events. And we really connected, like from the very first time we shared a stage. And Rain would moo when I was on stage for me, which has been kind of awesome because if I ever get booed on stage, and maybe I have, but I will never know because I'll be like, "Aw, they're mooing for me. How cool."
So sweet.
Yeah. So thank you, Black Rain, for setting that up so I never have to worry about boos. So again, if you're playing along, happy cows, are you fucking nuts? Ready?
Ready.
Happy cows?
Are you fucking nuts?
You take our babies, you spill their guts. You drink the food we create for them, and when that shit slows, you make us pregnant again. And you take that baby, and the next one too. Then soon enough, we're not profitable for you. There ain't no retirement in happy cow land. You slit our throats. Call it consumer demand. Now that's fucked up. But you don't stop there. You pile on lies to hide the despair. Cows give us milk. Bitch, please, fuck you. It isn't a gift when it's stolen from you. Humanely raised. Well, isn't that sweet? As you cut us apart while we hang from our feet. We need calcium. Try chewing some greens. Leave me alone. Eat your goddamn beans. Vegetables are yucky. Who fucking who? So you take our babies, then you eat me too? You do this to us time and again. You draw a picture of me with a big old grin? You put our slaughtered bodies on top of your plates and you expect me to have a smile on my face? I'm the angry cow. What's this happy horse shit? You want to eat me and think I'm okay with it. I'm the angry cow. I'm tired of your lies. I'm tired of being served with a bucket of fries. I'm the angry cow. I'm back for more. Because you see my titties and you want to pour mammal milk at 38? Damn, your infancy is running late. I'm the angry cow. You would be too. They looked at you and wanted to chew. Happy cow, you made that shit up to ease your guilt and slicing us up. Beautiful. All right, I didn't get to do that one in a little bit, so that's before I did the feature up there, but if you're here at least. Yeah, so we are at the point of the night where we're going to take a group photo in front of that beautiful mural over there that Nate Vale painted. while I change the battery in the camera, and then we're going to get our feature back up here to close out the night. So for anyone, whether you've been to the mic, whether you're just standing or you're just being part of the room and adding your experience and your love and your support in the room, we would love to have you in the picture. There's not an obligation if anyone does not want to be in, but we would love any and all of you in. Rachel's going to show you some of the spots back there. Anywhere you want. Oh, not today, maybe not today.
No, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely today. Okay, so back here by Mike and Rachel and Sara and TaJuan, we're going to gather. We're going to do a photo together. I'll change the battery while we're getting set up. We'll take some photos. We'll get back on the mic. Woo! Okay. All right, y'all. We are at the point of the night where the only poet we have left to hear is our feature coming up for a second time. Take care, buddy. Appreciate you coming out.
Thank you.
You got to hear already. I think everybody was here for the first set that's still here. So you know what you're getting, and I'm excited to hear some more. Please welcome back to the mic, Smiley Kylie!
I love how supportive this crowd is here, guys. Like, you guys are always so supportive of each other. We're all here for a good time, some poetry, and I just fucking love it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to read you guys a song? No, I'm not.
You can if you want.
These lips don't sing. All right, so this is called Incubus. Good night. It's time to rest, or time to attempt to at best, because the skipping rhythm inside my chest pounds constant beats of distress. With panic shaking me to the core, I look behind my bedroom door like the million times I have before. I scan from ceiling to floor and move the sweaters back just to be sure. I turn on my nightlight, make it not too bright, but enough to keep the monsters out of sight. Drifting off, lying down, pink heart sewn into my nightgown, and in my dream I start to drown, and I'm shot awake by monster sounds, clicking jaws and snarling hounds. I can feel eyes on me all around. I keep mine close so I'm not found. It's a hideous sight. Such decay, like infested fruit on the counter, rotting away. It's underneath the carpet, lining the halls, behind all the family photos on the walls, living in the floorboards. It's eating at the cords, it's hiding in the bookcase, creeping up the steps. I think it can smell the fear in my sweat. It's leaking out the pipes and dripping through the faucets. Its odor is infesting the clothes in my closet. But whenever I go to face it, my neck paralyzes with dread. I don't mean to be so complacent, so I've learned to count instead. But with every digit comes a flash, and I realize and start to crash that the monster isn't under the bed, but living inside my fucking head.
Yeah.
This is a song. I'm not singing. This is a poem called Honey Dread. Hope you guys like it. Okay. My anguish is just so exhausting. For you! I stifle my tears at your cue. Subtle notes that my emotions are so bad for you. I'd rather not sit and argue, but they still ooze underneath. I feel them stuck to my teeth. What about what I want? What about what I need? Sorry for inconveniencing you with all the blood I bleed. Cough syrup running down my skin to quell this unbearable storm within. And those times you made me red? Dripping like hot honey dread. Forgotten and buried under the shed, like something that's useless, that's already dead. But I'm alive. I'm here. I squirm in the dirt and the worms smell my fear. My patience pulled thinner and thinner. I beg you just take a look inward while the bugs feast on my innards. Let's not act like we're beginners. We are both the same kind of sinners. We both pray for peace over dinner. But if there is no awareness, then there is no winner. Thank you. Got a couple more for you guys. This one is called No Signal Found. It's literally about like having no signal found. Desperate for connection, a faded recollection, a constant aura of rejection, such a fool for imperfection, pulled in every direction like a bridge on a suspension. Harm reduction is mentioned, but never without apprehension. Being close is an obsession, but you don't ever come just to check in. No matter how many times you're let in, if anything, your love just lessens. So maybe it's me to blame. I mean, I set the bar. And for you, this is a game, to keep yourself afar, while I beg you to love me. It certainly isn't above me. Because maybe I'm just not enough. Maybe I'm just not good. Maybe I'm really not tough. But if I could, I would. Made mad by silence resounding off my walls. Phone logs full of outbound calls with no answer. This loneliness is like a cancer, greedily metastasized, rivers running from my eyes. I need you, I miss you, I don't want to lose the chance to give you everything you've ever wanted and more. I just want things to be like before. But you're always heading for that door, and you'll be gone by the morning, I'm sure. And then this is, I actually really love this poem. Everything I'm reading for you guys has never been performed at an open mic, by the way. This is all stuff like I've saved like for this, so really excited to share all this stuff with you guys. This is a poem, not a song, called Organ Donor. Yeah.
Could be a song.
Aren't songs all technically just poems, though? I mean, what? All right. My ambition will be the death of me. Giving myself up endlessly, I try to give you less of me, but I don't know how else to be. I'm constantly breaking myself apart, and I know it's not very smart, but let me trust you with my beating heart. It's blood leaking out like aortic art. I'll rip out my eyes in case you need a second pair. I'll sift out my pancreas and stitch it up with no care. I'll braid my hair and chop it off and hand it to you so you can tell me to knock it off. Okay. But you can keep it all. Just in case, know what I mean? Just to keep peace, you can have my spleen. And if you want my liver, oh, you need just a sliver? Well, here's the whole 9 yards, maybe even 10. Shit, I'm spilling my guts again. And even after you get rid of me, I let you take every last bit of me, reaching down my throat to grab my lungs. I pull them out and bite my tongue. An exponential dust of rattling bones wasn't in my vision, piling up and somehow still dividing. Binary fission, leaving just morsels behind. Nobody for them to go find, no body to connect to, no evidence of what I went through, no morsels left to send you. I do this every time, forced to rot in a deadly mind, even with nothing left for me to return. I don't think that I'll ever learn.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna read one more, one or two?
Two.
Okay, the people have spoken. This is a poem that I have called Salem. 4 walls and deep breathing, suffocating and lucid dreaming. I'm dead asleep, but I'm fucking screaming. Pain radiates from words that were well-meaning. Some days I think of writing you a letter, but I always find leaving you alone is better. Yet if a time machine would allow it, I'd probably go back and try to talk about it. I always put my phone down right after dialing up, paradoxical plot holes piling up, because you can't have now without then. I'm living in projection again. 13 years! Greatest fears. Emptiness appears. I hate the way your name burns in my ears, and the way that it sizzles and sears brings blinding rage and streams of tears. I spit venom so hot it left me choking. Its acid kissed the floor and started smoking. The batteries in the fire alarms have no juice. Corroded from the inside out, there is no use. It's unfortunate for the little house I sit in. Tragedy lurks where accountability has been forbidden. The embers once on my tongue are now dancing on the rugs. The carpet begins to blacken like lungs filled with drugs. The chair I sit on starts to smolder, feeling the heat reach up past my shoulders. Smoke billows and the curtains ignite. And my, what a sight, to see a witch burn herself at the stake. Never more alive and never more awake. Thank you. I have one more for you guys, and I just want to say again, you guys have been such an amazing supportive crowd. Thank you so much. Everybody at the open mic was amazing. So thank you just for everyone and all your awesome contribution. This is another political one.
All right.
It's called Sunday School. Do you mind if I don't use the mic for this one?
No, don't bring it down.
Thank you. Excuse me for my lack of participation. It's just everything here is an emulation, scattered by this dissociation. Feel this shit like an incantation, cutting through this low vibration, rotting nation, stuck in stagnation, fueled by self-mutilation, reeking from desperation, causing me so much irritation. Persecute me from the street, thump your Bible drum a beat, hit it so hard it lets off heat so hot like the hell below your feet. Scream your Sabbath script so your ears start spewing steam. Nag to me that God hates fags while you think of me in your wet dreams. Tell me you are all unwell. Yell at me I'll burn in hell. Talk about the musical angel that fell and how badly he wants my soul to sell. And in the same breath, victimize yourself for being oppressed. Then title your selfie caption, #blessed. You're all so fucking self-obsessed. Let's please just go and get some rest. You think you know what's happening next, but it can't be explained through just holy text. God is about to put this world through a test. I can feel the tempo drumming in my chest, thudding to the sound of a familiar beat. I tap my toes, they move their feet. Their shoes are kicking me into my seat. They say, we refuse to accept defeat. Spit your scripture, molten heat. Be those men marching in the streets. Just wait for you and God to meet. And have to explain to him why you chose hate while you ate off of a silver plate. But you enter your passcode to hide behind your home's front gate. You don't know what it's like to walk home gay when it's late. It's like they can smell it on me. It's like they know I'm queer. They circle around like sharks, so we move faster, gotta get out of here. But there's no hope for once an attack begins, especially when no one's near. Or at least no one with a heart and ears. So watch in amusement as our bones and our hearts shatter. Because apparently if I use different pronouns than she or her, it fucking matters. As our rights and lives are being scattered, which one do you suggest we do? The first or the latter? Surviving, oppressed, or dying a martyr? Thank you.
Fantastic. I know we've been planning this for a while. I'm excited it finally happened.
Yes.
Glad all of you are here for it. Please give it up one more time for Smiley Kylie. Next month, we have Ariana will be our feature. I know so many of you remember Ariana from times here. She's fantastic. Love to have you back. It's the first Wednesday of the next month. June, whatever that is. 3rd? Okay, thank you, Ed. There are things we're strong at. Remembering the next date is not amongst them. Please do come back for that. June 19th, we'll be in the back room. 10 features, flyers are there. If you know somebody, you can tell about it. If you have a place you can put a flyer up, please do. Take as many of those as you can spread around.
Tickets are available online.
Tickets are already available online. We expect a large number. It's very possible we'll sell out, so I do recommend get your tickets early. There's also a little bit of discount if you get them early on top of that too. Let's give it up for the Rialto Theatre. I couldn't the support from these guys from the very start, just when this was a concept, was instant and overwhelming, and it's just been a pleasure. All of these, almost 4 years now. I look forward to more and more.
4 years.
4 years.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
Right?
Congrats.
Thank you.
4 years.
Let's give it up for everyone who touched the open mic. It was fantastic. I appreciate all of you. Give it up for everyone else in the room. Appreciate you being here, whether you were on the mic or not. That was not an applause, though. Please applaud for everyone else in the room. And then last, but certainly not least, give it up one last time. Most importantly for tonight, give it up for Smiley Kylie! See you next month. Rewind!